Welcome, Crafty Stamper. So this is a video of how to do the February card kit. So I'll just give you a close-up of what the cards are going to be, and then we're going to do it individually. We're going to make each one. These ones are pretty simple, of course, because they're kits, and I had to cut out a lot of stuff for you. So we'll go ahead and get started. So the first one we're going to do is this one. So your kit should come like this. It'll come all together. And what you should get in your kit is you should get your envelope, your base white. You're going to get a yellow framing. You're going to get your background paper. You're going to get your cutout of your heart and the butterflies. You're going to get some blue butterflies. And then you're going to get two of these. So you're going to get a plain one in case you want to stamp something else. And then you're going to get this one that's on its for Amazing Friend. That's on it. So you can use either one on there. So the first thing I would do to get started is I would go ahead and, this paper is a little bit bigger than what you need. So the first thing I do is I would line this up to where you need it. So what I did on mine is I lined up the yellow flowers because I put yellow on here. So what I would do is go ahead and take some tape and just lightly put some tape around here so you'll have some permanent stickiness. And then I would line it up to where you want to put the flowers and just stick it down like that. So it's going to be a little bit bigger because I'm not really sure how you want to line up yours. So then I would go ahead and take my scissors and I would just trim away the excess part so you don't see it over the white. So then it's going to be like that. Okay. So the reason why we have the framing and not the whole piece of yellow is because it looks better when you put this down and it has the white showing through on it than the yellow. Because if you put the yellow on it, let me see if I have a piece of yellow. If you put yellow, the complete yellow behind it, it kind of muffles the flowers a little like that. And I like to have them look more like white. So the next thing you're going to do is take this and then you want to go ahead and go all around the edge of the back of this one because we're going to attach this to the yellow. So you want to get it right on the edge. So line this up. So just a little peek of it shows around. So when you line it up, don't set it down right away and just have a little bit of peek of it. Then what you want to do, the next step is go ahead and do the yellow. And so we want to go ahead and put down this one, and this will just be a peek on the edge too. And if you want to lay it down before you tape it, just so you know where, how much edging you want before you put it down, because I know sometimes it's hard to rip it back up. So the next thing that you do is I gave you some butterflies. I gave you more than you probably need. I put 3 on mine. So all you do is get out your butterflies and glue them down where you want to put them down. There's different sizes. And just glue them down like that. So the blue kind of matches the blue in that picture. Then what I did is I took this and just put it against the edge of the white and taped that down. So basically that's that one. So it's pretty easy. It's just lining up the parchment. And it's funny that I went into Joann's one time to get some stuff and they had this parchment paper. I'll show you. They had this parchment paper that's for cooking. and it was like a ridiculous price. It was like 90% off, I think, or something. So I thought, well, you know, I like to try to do anything with, so this is the parchment paper, and I just thought it was beautiful to make cards with. So this is the thing I've been using a lot for some pictures. And it's clear, so it's nice that it's see-through. So, okay, so that's that one. So the next one that we're going to do is this one. This is made with washi tape and some gold. So on this one, what you got with your kit is you got your white background, thanks, and then your gold top, and then your butterflies. Now on mine, I only put 2 butterflies on mine, but the pattern I have all together, and it gives you 3. So if you want to use 2 or 3, or use a different one or whatever, or use the other one for another card, I just gave you all 3 of them. So then you get the envelope, your base. Okay, there's 2 bases in there. And then you'll get your top piece. And then you'll get your washi tape. This washi tape is attached to some like vellum type stuff, so you can get it back up. So what you're going to do on this one is we want to put the rows of the washi tape like here. So you want to take your white base, not the base, but the white bottom piece. And this should tear off pretty good off the vellum. You want to put this one, it depends on what you want to do. So like this one, I put this way. You can do it whatever way you want to. You can put it down first and center it, not center it, but put it on the edge. You're not going to roll this one over, so you want it just right on the edge. This tape you want to push down pretty good, and you're just going to roll it over on the edges. And you want to put it down pretty good on there. So your next one, just peel it off. And if you do make a mistake, it's pretty easy to peel it off. But I just kind of line it up right against so you can't see any white of the card base. And you just want to push it down really good. Turn it over. This is pretty easy. This is a good project with washi tape. I have a ton of washi tape. Never can figure out what to do, but this is a really good. And these colors go good together. So right up against there, I see a little bit of white. So if you have to overlap it a little, just a pinch, that's fine. But the best thing is just crease it down really good. And you want to have it, I have it long enough that you can put it over the edge. Now this has a sticky backing already on these ones I gave you, so that helps out. So this one just come in pieces, so you just want to put the letters together. And it helps a lot that it has sticky backing, so you don't have to deal with glue. And it makes it a lot easier. You can kind of see where each letter will have a little bit of white hanging around the edge of it to line it up. I think this is a really pretty thanks on this one. So then you want to put that. I kind of lined up my A, so it's kind of in the middle. So you got 3 letters on this side and 3 on that to make it kind of equal. Then you just have to take your butterflies and just kind of bend a little and poke all this sticky stuff out of here. The hardest thing is to get it off your fingers. And just put these where you want them. And then go ahead and put either one of these right down here. And then you just adhere it to your back piece. After you're done, just adhere it to your back piece. You'll have all your butterflies on there. And it makes a really clean, really beautiful just thank you card. I love gold. I really like that a lot on cards. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, the next one we're going to do is, we're going to do this one. And I think this is kind of like, I don't know what kind of flower this is called, but I decided to do it in purple. So the pieces you should get in this one are your envelope, your base, a white piece that has kind of like a brick effect on it, your oval piece, and then you're going to get green, full green, and full purple of these. And then you're going to get a little jar. Okay, so the thing you want to do is, we did this in our technique before on some flowers, that you want to clip just the top of your flowers right here. And I would do each one at a time, like this bunch and then that bunch, just so you don't get them mixed up where they go. Then you want to take some glue. If your glue comes out. And you don't want to put a whole bunch, just put a little streak because you don't need a whole bunch of glue on this. Then you want to line up and put it just on top of the green. You want to put it on top of the green because that will reinforce your flower a little bit more. We don't want to clip off the green and then attach it. I think we did this for a flower, I don't know, maybe last year or something. And if you use glue, you have time to move it around a little. Okay, so that's an important thing to know how to do your flowers. So you want to do both bunches. And then you can put the bunches however you want to in the jar. You just got to measure how you want the jar and your bunches. And I kind of like that the jar was right on the edge here. So you might want to put your bunches, and I don't mind that they're extending over the top. So what I would do is, next step is I would glue down the base to this piece of paper, to the brick, to the base, and then do your oval right in the center and glue that down. And then I would go ahead and put my flowers like here. Let's say this one's done already. And put this one here maybe. You can just figure out what you want to do for having it out. And this is sticky here. If you want to, you can put more glue or something. But then after you take it off this plastic, and it's sticky, it's like a sticker. And you put it down on here. Just push it down really good. And there you go. That's a pretty simple card. The only thing I'm going to show is just how to put the leaves on there, or the flower parts on there. Okay, so the next card is this happy birthday, and this one's pretty easy. So this one's going to be, so you get your envelope, you'll get your base, you'll get your designer paper, and then you'll get this with the cutout hole with the happy birthday. So this is pretty easy. You just want to put this here, line up your candles so your top ones and your bottom ones kind of line up. So it lines up kind of perfect that you can have both rows of the candles in there. Like that. And then you just want to glue that to the backing. Thing was, I would do is I would put glue here first, not tape. Unless you want to put tape down there. And then I would go like this and line this up to put it down. So it might be harder to get it off tape. And then line it up like this and put it down. And when you line it up, if you do have a little excess, I would just cut it off. And then go ahead and put that on the base. And if you want to embellish it with some gold and put two gold doodads right next to the 2 and U, or something else that would look really pretty with that. Okay, the next one we're going to do is this butterfly one. Okay, so this one is a pretty simple one too. So you're going to get your envelope, your card base, you're going to get a gold metallic piece. You're going to get this already cut out with the saying on it, and you're going to get a butterfly that's a sticker, okay? So this one's pretty easy. So what you're going to do is, first thing I would do is I would line this up, because it's going to be really hard to line the gold up here and then try to get this lined up like that, because if your gold is a smidge too big, then it's too late to cut it down. So the first thing I would do is line this up. I did try to get the gold so it matches up pretty good. I would line this up. I would go ahead and put tape around here. You have to watch because you do have some holes. So I would do like the tape here, the tape to here, the tape to here, and tape to here, like that. And then you'll set it down, match it up, set it down. You do that. And then I would go ahead then, after that's down, I would put this onto the white. You're not going to have any gold showing around on the edge after you glue it down. It's just going to be the white to the white. And this white piece is not a regular 4 by 5 1/4. It's a bigger. So remember, when you're putting it down, it's just going to be barely a pinch around the edge of white showing, just barely a pinch, because doing this design you have to do the card a little bit bigger. And then you want to do is put a butterfly right there. And if you want to glue, it does have sticky, but if you want to glue the butterfly down more, but the foam is for pop-up, or if you want to do a foam piece on this side too and have it pop up a little bit better, then you can do that. Okay, so that is the kit for February. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.